Now, I want to share the document I was talking about. Is that all right?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is Gordon's article that took down his entire website. All right, when he posted this, I posted it. They didn't take it down on mine, but Gordon is, as I say, a very known player. And Richard Hoagland, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but Richard Hoagland is the one who found the document. So anyway, this is it's a leaked document, and it is on here. Basically, I think well, they retell the story. So the actual document, I have that, a picture of that one as well. So what we're talking about is this document and this article. All right. And then Gordon, knowing what he knows, which is a great deal, actually, this is an excellent website. It appears that he has, I don't think he's left wherever he comes from. I'm not supposed to say. But the bottom line is that he is actually breaking ranks, or maybe he's under orders to break ranks. Okay. If you understand what I'm saying here.
Let me
So
show you.
they don't want us to talk. They don't want Three Eye Atlas to be analyzed. Avi Loeb has gone against the grain.
Because of the awakening that may happen, correct?
Yes, because this would be disclosure. Do you understand?
Right.
This is disclosure. This is an entity that has come into our solar system that's going to spend arguably 2.5 years trailing around, going to every point that corresponds mathematically. So without sending out a message, it is conveying for anyone who understands language and mathematics and how the one speaks to the other. It is talking to us. It is communicating with
So
us.
is this the
Its
disclosure,
trajectory.
so is this going to be the disclosure the way you have decoded this, or the disclosure going to be? I mean, are we going to see ships
Well, we
flying
don't know
over?
what the point, we don't know where it's going to go from here. We don't know. See, technically, I think it's okay to say here, I can talk about Solar Warden here. Can I say
Sure.
that?
Go ahead.
Okay, basically a Solar Warden is a secret military unit that patrols our solar system to make sure that we are not invaded.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
This is the secret space program. That's what it's, really all about, is safeguarding humanity. So you have to understand how radical. So here along comes an invader, a technical invader, talking to us through the mathematics, relating to all our historical dates and religious holidays and that sort of thing. No accident, right? So they've got to go behind the scenes right now. They've got to be going crazy if they haven't already challenged it. If they haven't, they've got to be using every method in the book to try to communicate with the actual beings, and or if they could be androids, they could be AI. You understand? According to my secret witness, Captain Mark Richards, all spacefaring worlds create AI to go into outer space.
Makes sense.
So that's what we're doing. Okay, that's what they do. So this craft could be run by, as I say, either androids, what are called synths. It could be run by aliens that are actually run by AI themselves, which there's evidence of. So yes, is this disclosure, if you were asking that question, which I think you were, it's like disclosure in spades. It's like for the big boys disclosure. This is not disclosure for ET phone home. This is like the big deal, okay? And it could have I'm just going to say this, it could have an army on board. Now, I don't think it has 10 million, but I think there's reason for it to be what they call outgassing carbon dioxide, maybe reasons we don't know, but it is doing that, all right? And it's not doing what comets usually do. It doesn't have a tail going in the right direction. It has this fuzzy aura around it, which it could be sort of a Dyson sphere. It's some kind of protective covering, I believe. It's a
Right. Yeah.
structure. And that much we can see with our weak telescopes. And I've got lots of photos I'd like to show on here that were sent to me by John Leonard Walson, who is a fabulous astronomer has his own huge telescope. I've actually met him in person, worked with him on certain projects. He's not allowed to show you what he can see through his telescope. That's
Wow.
how good his telescope is.
How big is his telescope?
It's gigantic. Well,
How
actually,
big?
more than one. As one that goes on the back of a truck. I do a conference every year in Watford, in England, at this place, High Elms Manor, and it's a very small event, but I do it every year. And he comes in the evening, brings one of his telescopes on the back of his truck, and shows people UFOs in the sky.
Wow.
Because
You have pictures from this telescope?
Okay, well, this is what I'm telling you. He chose certain photos that he found on the web. He is not allowed to show you what he can see.
Okay.
Okay. They'd arrest him. They might even kill him. He used to work with the Queen. He worked for the Queen. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's what he says. Okay.
Okay.
Now, he was on Rents years ago showing craft near the sun. These huge craft.
I saw that.
Follows
That were like
Rents.
charging from the sun or something.
They were amazing. They were amazing and gigantic. And by the way, they looked exactly like the craft that William Tompkins says he designed. Okay, now these are the photos that, again, John Leonard Walson chose out of the ones that were out there in the public domain, because that's how he has to work. Okay, but they're better than most people have seen. So they're incredible, actually. You've not seen photos like this, okay? Probably. Now, he made a drawing of what he sees. So he can't show you what he sees in his telescope, but this is what he thinks that he sees in his telescope, okay, for what it's worth.
That's like Ezekiel's wheels.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah, that's it. That's
It looks like the Starship Enterprise,
Yeah.
Wow.
for fuck's sake.
It looks like a Stargate.
Look at that. See, this is not a stretch to this.
Oh, wait a second. That's Hoagland's newest hypothesis, that this is a Stargate that will let things or craft in and out of the Stargate on these timed dates. That's his newest hypothesis.
Well, it'll be fun to be on a show with him if he ever gets a chance. So what I believe, by the way, regarding Hoagland, and these are amazing photographs that John, see, he knows what to look for. We don't know what we're looking at, but he knows because his telescope is telling him, and these are the photos he chose. So wrap your mind around that. You don't have to agree. You don't have to, but these are out in the public domain. And
there's a lot of geometry there. There's a lot of geometry extending. And that is noted in Loeb's papers as well, among other astrophysicists, about the geometric structures they saw, but they're not showing us. And you're seeing, like I see triangles in there, a lot of triangles in the black. There's real structure there.
Gee, it's incredible, man.
Okay, so this is,
wow.
Like I say, it's a huge mystery. It's got a lot of moving parts. There are other things about it that don't make sense in conventional, astronomy that talks about comets. It's not a dead rock. And I have actually got a hypothesis that it is a traveling platform, a surveillance spy craft, in essence, a satellite that is coming to our solar system, and that it may have been called here by a certain group in the secret community on Earth. So this may be an actual, now, 107, you have him on your show all the time. He would be saying they're doing this to distract people, to make them think disclosure is happening so they don't pay attention to the arrests and everything.
Let's not even talk about that on here.
Here in Earth. So I want you to understand that the white hats.
So it's a distraction. It could be a distraction, is what Juan would say.
This is not a distraction. You got to realize this is way beyond what people called Project Bluebeam. Right. This is if you, again, go back to David's trajectory to the
But
symbolism.
what about the timing of it? I mean, it does seem like it's coming right about that time where they're going to be
But
getting.
everything does happen like that. I mean,
Yeah.
this is destiny. This is, this is our history. This is our history going forward. This is our future. All right. Richard, I talked to Richard Allen Miller the other day, and he's not really coming out about this, which tells me he's been told to be quiet because he's part of Navy Intel. But basically, he's saying this is your future coming to you. That's what.
Wow. So this is going to be a very explosive fall going into winter, going
It's
into
exciting.
2026.
It's a very exciting time. You
So,
cannot
do you
just
think
brush
that the
this
frequency of the
away.
planet, the events are just going to pick up like crazy? Like that's what is it? The Schumann resonance of the Earth? I mean, is
Yes,
this
it's
all just going to?
all things that I mean, we don't know. The planet, the Earth changes could be escalated by this again, because you're going to have these incredible energies, the lineups of the planets, December 19th. Please keep in mind that date. And we'll do shows with Jimmy Blanchett so we can explain his model a little more, with David as well. And hopefully Hoagland can weigh in. So yeah, this is, we could go on. David, do you have more things you
Yeah,
want?
I'm going to show you an image which I think is the base image, is the best image out there from the Hawaii telescope on the 21st of July. Notice that the 21st of July, which is Sirius heliacal rising, which is when it lines up with Saturn. So this image in the top right, I took from the Hawaii telescope into a Nikon software, and I intensified all my color bands, and it looks like an eye, but beyond the eye, you see this black dead zone here, which is almost impossible. All the geometries are beyond the eye. So I think Hoagland thinks the eye is like a tunnel. Notice the iconography I have here, the Eye of Horus, the Cyclops in the lower center. I want to mention Cyclops here because the word for heaven in the New Testament, of course, the New Testament was all written in Greek originally. The word heaven in English is extracted from the word Oranos, which later became the name of a planet. Appears 280 times in the New Testament, and the Great Pyramid is 280 royal cubits tall. And a human baby full term grows in the mother's womb for 280 days. This is very symbolic. And remember, at Christmas date, Three Eye Atlas will be at Great Pyramid angle to Earth. So in the Greek mythologies, Oranos, the god of the heavens, creates the Titans and the Cyclops, which is really the eye of God, the seer, which is, again, you see the eye on the top of the pyramid in the back of the US dollar. You can see the triangle in the eye above this famous painting of Christ. It's kind of like what Kerry's saying. It's an observer, but it's 29 miles wide at the core. The geometry measurements that Hoagland has made in all these polygonal structures that will look like the wheels of Ezekiel, or some really incredible geometries that I'm seeing that I'll show you in a minute, are kind of being projected out of the nucleus, right? And so all of Loeb's data confirms the shape of the eye. They just don't have it as good as I've done it in this Nikon color software. So I see something there. I'll show you now pictures of it that were taken by Hubble in the black and white. Here is the contrast lines in the black and white are easier for the eye to differentiate. You see all this. This is a Hubble image of it. Again, the 21st of July is Sirius heliacal rising when they released all these photos. They know exactly what they're doing. You can see these polygonal angles, all these ribs. I can see all kinds of structure way out here beyond its nucleus, right? It's a little bit fuzzy because it's far away and they're like 40-second exposures and they're tracking it. But there's structure there, just like what Kerry showed. There's real structure in this thing. So here's what I predict.
Jeez.
They're going to scrub the images from the Mars high rise. If they see a city or a real geometric object they're just going to send us fake stuff that they make with AI and say it's a comet.